Do you ever feel like connecting with certain people is effortless, while with others, it's like speaking a different language? Why do you relate naturally to some people but find others irritating? What if you could unlock the secret to becoming a communication pro? Someone who can build stronger, deeper relationships with anyone, anywhere? I recently discovered an incredible secret from a book surrounded by idiots that breaks it all down in a way that finally made sense to me. The best part? I learned this in just one day. Stick around, and I'll show you 4 types of people and be able to transform your conversations starting today. There are 4 behavior types: dominance, inducement, submission, and analytic, DIASA. Do you know each behavior type is associated with a color? Dominance, I read; inducement, yellow; submission, green; and analytic, blue, DIASA. Part A: types of behavior. 1. Red dominance. They can't sit still. Idle time is wasted time. Life is short. Do you recognize the type? Always on the go. Reds are driven, ambitious, decisive, and dynamic, which makes them natural leaders. They bring energy and momentum to a team-put project, are extremely competitive, work hard, and constantly challenge themselves. Reds are task-oriented and are always on the go. They're straightforward in their communication and direct to the point. Let me give you an example. I once worked for a company where the CEO was red. He was energetic and efficient, and consequently, incredibly dynamic. No meetings were as short and sweet as those run by this CEO. However, reds can appear aggressive, impatient, or domineering. They're so focused on getting things done that they may challenge others and eventually leave others behind. They may also interrupt others, assert their views, or seem controlling, confrontational. Yellow funny. That sounds fun. Let me do it. Have you met anyone who can laugh even though he hasn't had any good news for months? Then you've met a yellow. Yellows are charming, enthusiastic, and creative. They are outgoing, popular, and have a huge social network. Yellows are always full of vitality, fun, and laughter, infecting others with their positive energy. They're also optimistic, resourceful, and inspiring. Of the 4 colors, yellows are the most animated, expressive, and talkative. However, yellow people can also come across as impulsive, attention-seeking, and overly verbose. They are bad listeners and tend to dominate a conversation, often spewing ideas or opinions without prior thought or knowledge. Yellow personality types are so fun-loving that they may resist rules, miss deadlines, appointments, and get carried away by excessive optimism. Marita is so easygoing in her manner that I have never heard anyone utter a single negative word about her. Never. I may be biased, but I have never met anyone who doesn't immediately like her. She has an entirely unique ability to connect with every person she meets. Yellow traits include Oprah Winfrey. Only 5% of people have one dominant color. The majority have greater than one dominant color. 80% have 2 dominant colors, and 15% have 3 dominant colors. No one seems to have all 4 dominant colors. 3. Green personality is associated with being calm, patient, and team player. They prefer a calm, predictable environment where they can move at a leisurely pace. They're patient, reliable, great team players, but shy away from the spotlight. They'd avoid conflict wherever possible to maintain harmony and stability. On the flip side, greens may be perceived as stubborn, indifferent, or even dishonest. They don't change their minds or take action until something feels truly right for them. The bigger the challenge or problem, the more they hold back. So, they can seem slow or resistant to change. Even if they disagree with something, they're unlikely to speak up, preferring to voice their displeasure privately behind your back. Lhasa is a truly genuine friend. If anyone needs a helping hand, Lasse is there, ready to support him. Sometimes, in Lasse's eagerness to help with other people's work, he even forgets to do his own. Example: Jesus Blue, Analytic. Is there any more material? Have you met someone who requests more details? That's Blue. Blues are detail-oriented, analytical, and perfectionists who seek to have the right answers to everything. Blue personality types like to categorize, label, and document everything, and do things in a systematic way. You'll find them using complex spreadsheets and decision-making tools to evaluate a problem from all angles. However, blue behavior is also associated with being distant, pessimistic. It can be slow and tedious to work with them. They can also appear cold and critical, always asking for evidence and pointing out risks and problems. Part B. Adaptation. How to handle idiots. How should we handle people who are different from us when they react and function in completely different ways? 1. What a red expects of you. Do what they wanted as fast as possible, preferably even faster than that. If you want to adapt to a red's tempo, hurry up, speed up, speak and act more quickly. If you want to have red's full attention, be clear and straightforward. 2. What a yellow expects of you, smile a lot, have fun, and laugh. Listen to his crazy jokes. Laugh along at all his childish remarks, and kindle the easygoing and happy-go-lucky atmosphere. If you want to sell something to a yellow, use expressions like state-of-the-art, newly developed. Get real answers to your questions, and be sure that he understands the message, cause they easily forget or did not listen at all. 3. What a green expects of you. Everything should feel good all the time. Green doesn't like insecurity and solves it by hiding under the covers. Help your green friend to face his fear of the unknown. Encourage him to brave things that feel scary and still move ahead. If you want greens to accept change, you'll have to equip yourself with enough patience. Break down the process into small pieces and set aside a few weeks to persuade. 4. What blue expects of you. Make sure you can show that you've done your homework and are well prepared. Stick to the task. Work with checklists where factual matters are noted. Things you can tick off together with the blue. Part C. Who gets along and why. A group should consist of all colors to create the best possible dynamic. The yellow comes up with a new idea. The red makes the decision. The green has to do all the work, and the blue evaluates and makes sure that the results are excellent. Whoa! How do you put the team together? We have two groups, AE natural combinations. Blue and greens match easily since both are introverts and don't stress themselves, but prefer doing things at their own pace, searching for details. Red and yellow work smoothly together, since they are outgoing and active. Both set high goals and think quickly. B. Complementary combinations. Both blues and reds are task-oriented. Reds are certainly more interested in the result than in the process itself, and blues are more concerned with the process. Both devote themselves to work, green with a yellow. Both believe that people are interesting and important. While one likes to take it easy and be kind, the other likes having fun. Sometimes there may be challenging combinations, but the solution is to be self-aware in the ways that they work and interact with each other. Do what stresses people and manage them. Reds. Taking every form of authority away stresses reds. By not being involved in decision-making, this annoys red. Achieve no results whatsoever, they'll feel it's a waste and be annoyed. To help reds, ask them to get a break. Go out and do some physical exercise. Anything to burn some of that frustrated, restless energy. Yellow. Ignoring yellow characters causes stress on them by them being isolated from the group. When the yellow character is stressed, we can help by creating something fun like a party or barbecue. Make sure it's fun. Green, giving Green tasks that he's never done before without explaining anything whatsoever to him will cause stress. Pushing Greens into the spotlight in large groups of people will make them be annoyed and stressed. They prefer being unknown and silent. To help Greens manage their stress, give them free time for things like gardening, sleep, or other forms of relaxation. Blue, make rapid decisions and move on. This annoys Blues since they always believe for something to be great, more research and information is needed to be gathered. To help Blues, give them privacy. They must be given time and space to think, analyze the situation, and understand the connection. E. We're not surrounded by idiots. We're surrounded by people who see the world differently. Whether they're driven reds, analytical blues, cheerful yellows, or steady greens, each brings value to our lives. Thank you for learning about human behavior with me. When we understand personality differences, we turn conflicts into opportunities. The power isn't in labeling others, but in understanding them. Let's approach each interaction with curiosity instead of judgment.